Hi, I'm Ricky with CRMLS. I'm here on behalf of Pacific Southwest Association of Realtors, and in this quick tutorial, I will be showing you how to update your CMA Preferences Wizard. So if you want to perform a CMA, in Paragon at the very top, you have the CMA button. I would start by going through my preferences first by simply clicking Preferences, and under the system label, we have CMA Preferences Wizard. Now, this is a 14-page wizard that you would go through by hitting Start. And the first page I have is my CMA cover letter. So what we're doing here is we're creating a CMA package, a presentation that I can give to my client. Now, I can start out with a cover letter that I write myself, or we can go to MLS Documents and we can copy and paste a cover letter that has already been written. Completely up to you. You do have 3 different cover letters. So if you are making a CMA on a case-by-case basis, you can choose the cover letter you would like to use. So if you would like to have 3 different cover letters, you will need to go to each one and type up all 3. You also can check the box next to the one you like the most to make that one your default. Next, we have the agent resume. Same thing. You can have up to 3 agent resumes. So if you would like to type up your resume, or if you already have a resume in a different program, you can copy and paste it here. Just remember, you will need to use the Control-C to copy and Control-V to paste method. So again, that's the Control button on your keyboard and C to copy and Control-V as in Victor to paste. Now, after the agent resume, we have the company information. Now, since I'm staff, I do have access to this page, but you will not, unless you are the broker owner of that company. Only the broker owner has access to this section, and this is where they can put their company bio. Everyone under that company umbrella will have access to that company information. You just can't change it. So next, we have the subject property detail. Here they're asking you which report would you like to be your default report. No matter what, when you're setting up a CMA, you will have access to both. They're just asking you which one would you like us to start with. If you change your mind and would like to use the other one, you can do that on a case-by-case basis. We also have the comparable report horizontal. So the listings will show up on the report horizontally, and you can choose what's being displayed. So I said display the subject property on every page, or we can just have it on the first page, or don't display the subject property at all. You also can choose to display the summary stats, and you can choose the remarks. I just said none. Another cool tip here is at the very top, you can customize the CMA field preferences. So you can choose which fields are being displayed on your report. On the right is all the fields that are selected. So you will see property subtype, status, days on market, and so on. If there's something extra you would like to add, you will have to grab it from the available fields and hit the add button. Or if there's something here you don't want to show, you can check it and hit the remove button. Once you hit save, those are the fields that will show up on your CMA comparable report horizontal. Next, we have the vertical. So same thing applies here. It's just the listings will show up in a vertical format. So I can choose my fields, how the subject property displays, and if the stats show. From here, we have the CMA summary. I can click here and I can make the same edits. But one thing I wanted to note here is that anything on this report that is grayed out has to stay there. You cannot remove it. It's part of the report and it has to be there. Anything else, you're more than welcome to add or remove. Now for our next report, we have the CMA comparable property stats. This is a graph that will be displayed. Cool thing about this graph is you can decide how it looks. Would you like to show the x-axis, the y-axis? Do you want to show the major grid lines and the minor? You also have the value axis. And then finally, you have the color and the transparency. So at a 60%, you'll still be able to see through those colors just a bit. But if I make it 100%, it will be completely solid like you see here. Another cool tip is if you don't like those colors, you can click on them. And you have your RGB codes or your color slider here. We can click, hold, drag, and we can choose any color we want. So if I wanted that magenta color, hit apply and close. Do the same thing for the other one. Apply and close. Once we click next, we have our CMA seller's net sheet. So this is just a generic net sheet. If you would like to use it, you can enter your values here. I'll say the price of this property is $5 million, and I get a 20% commission. So there's my commission there. There you go. Again, you have your net sheet. If you don't like a particular field there, you can highlight it and type in whatever you want. Other than that, you can fill in your values and hit next. Here we have the final comments. So you can choose and paste, or choose to copy and paste one of the final comments here, or you can type it up yourself. You also have the ability to select a theme of your CMA report. Again, these are just defaults. Everything you see here can be changed on a case-by-case basis. So if I don't want to use this theme, I want to change it to something else, you're more than welcome to. But you can go through and click on each radio button to see what that theme looks like. Once you found one you like, you will move on. Would you like to use a footer? If you say yes, you will enter your footer text. You will then tell us where to align that footer, to the left, to the center of the page, or to the right. Would you like to add your logo and picture? If you only choose one, step 4, you have to decide if the photo is to the left of the text or to the right of the text. But if you choose both, you have one on one side and one on the other side. And then finally, we have the disclaimer. You get to choose one of the two disclaimers. And when we hit next, congratulations, you're done. Now, at any point, if you want to make changes, you can go through the wizard again if you like, or you can just click Preferences. And under Preferences here, you have CMA. You will notice on the left-hand side, everything we just went through is here. The cover letter, the resume, the company info, and so on. You also have the ability to upload a document by default. So if you have a PDF from a different program that you would like to always show, you will add it here in the defaults. But if you just want to add it for that one CMA, you will wait and you will add it during the setup process. Now, the last thing I want to show you before we close it out is at the very top, we have MLS documents, very, very, very top. Once you click on MLS documents, you have training documents. So again, MLS documents and then training documents. In those documents, you will be able to see the CMA cover letter. So if you'd like to, you can copy and paste it. So you may not be able to see it on my screen because it is opening up in a different window. But if I'd like to, I'll just copy that PDF and then I can paste it into my preferences. And then finally, you also have final comments. So right there, if we click on final comments, what I'll do here is I'll go ahead and copy it since it's on a different screen, and I will show you guys that, again, you need to use the Control-C to copy method, and then the Control-V to paste. So I've copied it. I'll click on Preferences, and then we have Final Comments. Again, I'll click into the box and we will hit Control-V. And I was able to copy and paste the final comments from MLS documents. So again, I went to MLS documents. From MLS documents, I clicked on training documents, and that is where I got the cover letter and the final comments. Now that completes this quick tutorial. Thank you for joining me.